Hi, I'm Joanna,
And I'm Kirsten.
and we're presentation coaches at the Connors Writing Center. If you need any help on a presentation, whether it be for a class, the undergraduate research conference, or any other presentation situation, we can help you. We work on any stage of the presentation conference, whether it be planning, reviewing, or even rehearsing.
In a moment, we're going to show you what kind of things go on in a conference, what kind of questions we ask, things we discuss. But first, we'd like to show you how you can make one of those appointments, which will be in the basement of Hammersmith at the Connors Writing Center.
This is Kate, one of our receptionists at the Connors Writing Center. So to set up an appointment, all you need to do is come in and ask the receptionist for a presentation conference. And these can last anywhere between 30 and 60 minutes.
When you come in for your conference, it's really helpful if you can bring in any relevant notes, your outline, or your full presentation so that we can work on it in the conference.
Meet you too. So you wanted to talk about planning your presentation?
Yes.
Okay, so let's, I got a couple questions I want to ask and then we can talk about it. How long do you know?
That it's going to be a 15-minute presentation to my class.
Okay. And what are you drawing the material from that you'll be talking about?
I chose one chapter of my thesis. It's about Russian architectural history, and so I'm just wanting to draw some stuff from the second chapter of 3.
Okay. How many topics or sort of main points do you think you might be talking about in that chunk of time?
If I follow the way that the chapter is structured, it'll be about 5-6 different topics. And so I'm a little bit worried about getting all those in.
Okay, well that's definitely something we can figure out how long it takes you to talk about each one of those topics or those issues. Do you know anything about your audience, about what they'll already know about the topic that you're going to talk about?
You know, you're right. There's a lot of stuff on urban memory theory that I need to do too, so I guess that's a whole other thing that we'll need to try to figure out how I can set that up.
Okay. And do you see yourself dealing with a lot of visuals in your presentation?
Yeah, because this is architectural history, I want to have a lot of different pictures of the buildings and try to show what's happening with them.
Okay, so we can figure out how long it would take to actually talk about each one of these images there. Do you have any other concerns at this point, you know, when you're coming into this stage?
I think it's just bringing it all down to 15 minutes. I'm pretty confident on talking in front of a group of people, but I think I'll ramble on for too long.
Okay. You drafted your presentation?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, tell me about it. What I see you have a PowerPoint presentation here.
Yep, so I made it. It's still for the 15-minute time thing. I just put together some slides, a couple different pictures, the topics I wanted to talk about.
Okay. How many slides do you have here?
This is 49 slides right now.
Okay. Have you had a chance to run through all these slides and talk through them as you anticipate that you'd talk through them in the presentation?
No, like I went through as I was making them and was trying to figure out transitions like that, but I was hoping we could just kind of go through and see how long it'll take.
Mm-hmm.
Not really looking at the 15 minutes, but just to see what it'll be like as it is right now and then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can do that. I mean, some of the things we'll find out from doing this is, how many slides you can fit in 15 minutes, how long you might take when you talk about each slide, and then once you figure that out, you might have to do some evaluating of how important each slide is to the overall goal of the presentation. But yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
All right, so you'd like to do a rehearsal of your presentation?
Yeah.
Okay. Before we start, can you tell me a little bit about how you usually feel when you have to present?
I usually feel pretty nervous, I guess.
Yeah.
I can talk, but I will look over the audience and I start, just doing random hand gestures and stuff. So I can get through it, but it's pretty difficult.
Mm-hmm. Do you find yourself speeding up when you talk?
Yeah, I talk pretty fast to begin with, and it just gets faster.
Okay. And how about reading versus speaking? Do you find yourself looking down at notes, or are you able to continue talking while?
No, I usually don't look at my notes.
Okay, that's great. Well, then we can start with a rehearsal here, and I'll keep time, and then when you want to stop, let me know, and then we can go back and look at some of the things we noticed.
Okay. So I should just start now?
Go ahead.
Okay. This is called As It Was in the Beginning, Is Now, and Forever Shall Be, the Evolution of the Cathedral of Christ the Savior in the Palace of the Soviets. I'm Andrew McKernan, and this was under the mentorship of Kathy Frierson and Vladimir Sedov. The first question is, why should we look at Russian architecture? And I wanted to just kind of talk about this by looking at the picture in front of us. If you look closely, the left-hand side has a different window design than the right-hand side. And the reason for that is that the architect brought the plans to Stalin and had two variations on the same paper, and Stalin signed it right down the middle. So they had no choice but to do exactly what Comrade Stalin said.
So if you'd like to work on any presentation you have for a conference, for a class, any discipline, come to the Writing Center and we'll definitely work with you.
Just come into the Writing Center, ask for a presentation appointment, and we look forward to seeing you.